Live stream fans, we're back. Yeah, I know I'm at the wrong time today. I'm a little bit early because there's a football match on tonight, which is probably why there's very few people watching. So I'm going to carry on anyway with this, and people may watch the replay because it will be back. It will be up on my YouTube channel after the stream. I'm going to be a bit shorter as well tonight because, like I say, what is it now? It's about 20 to 7, so in about an hour and a bit, England are playing. So I'm guessing there's not going to be that many people watching tonight. So I'm not going to do a massive amount tonight, so you're not going to get left behind. But like I say, if you watch the replay, you'll know what I've done. So let's switch over on to Ableton. I've done a little bit of work on this since Friday when I last had a session on this. Let's just turn that up a little bit. First thing is I've been very OCD and colour coded everything and grouped everything. So I got 303 up at the top. Then all my kind of percussion drum things are all down there at the bottom. Let me just turn that off a sec. I'll do that one. And oh, hello, we have got somebody on YouTube. Yay! Hang on. Bear with. The top, that's fine. Yes, and then I've got the bass section, which is blue. Then I've got like the keys and arps or one colour pads. I've added some strings in, which I'll go through in a sec. And then just some random stuff at the end. So that's generally how I kind of work stuff. I sort of colour coordinated it all so I can sort of see all the groups when I'm playing. So over the weekend I wow, what the hell is that? That's a little bit long. I kind of did a rough arrangement which ended up being about nearly 10 minutes long, and then I listened back to it and I just thought, no, way too long. I kind of edited it down a little bit, got it down to, I don't know, about 7 or 8 minutes. I always thought this was going to be a fairly long track, around about the 6-7 minute mark. Listened to it in the car today. Actually, from a mix point of view, it's not that far off, but I'm still not quite fully happy with the arrangement. I keep kind of trimming bits down. So we're down to sort of 6.5 minutes at the moment, which is probably going to be okay. I just felt it wasn't getting to the point quick enough previously. So, I mean, it's a standard sort of arrangement. I did have kind of 16 bar sections before, which I've now changed to 8 bar sections. I just felt it was not kind of getting to the point quick enough. So we're starting with the 303, then we're bringing in the toms and that voice thing, then we're bringing the kick in, then we're bringing that percussion harp in, then we bring the bass and that kind of main hi-hat loop. Although noticing that is, oh right, hang on, because that is a 16 bar section. So I may potentially change that because everything else is changing at 8 bars. The mini log thing from Friday, listening to that, I didn't like how that kind of went up. So what I did was, rather than re-recording it, I've just pitched it differently and chopped it around a bit. So that's now going on the original note, then it's going up. And then I took it down on the third one. And then whatever the last one. And then back down again. So it's kind of going up and down, which I thought worked nicer. So like I say, the way I did that was rather than just re-recording it, because I'm lazy and I couldn't be bothered, I just pitched it in Ableton. And then obviously I had to just redo the reversey thing with then, so we've got that for 8 bars, the reversey one comes in for 8 bars. Then I'm bringing in the percussion. So again, actually we've got another 16. Oh no, we've not got a 16 bar section there because I'm bringing in the second hi-hat loop there, which I think, listening to it in the mix earlier in the car, needs to be Probably a little higher. Let's do that while I think. So yeah, the mix in the car is always the final test. If it sounds good in the car, then I'm happy. Which is quite depressing sometimes when you think you've got an amazing mix in the studio and on headphones and you play it in the car and it sounds crap and you feel like crying because it's back to the drawing board. But anyway, we're bringing the reversey thing in there. Then I've added these other strings, this is the strings quartet that comes with Ableton Live 11, the Spitfire Audio one, which are doing this, which I've just converted to audio. That's my lovely string arrangement. So if we just kind of play all of that bit in context. I did like going to the middle section. I have changed the arps a little bit since the ones I put in there on Friday. And I think we've got like a 32 bar middle section. It is 32 bar middle section. Hi Inky / Lisa. Yes. Car and phone, yeah, because that's what most people... It's definitely right. If it sounds fine on your phone and in the car, and that's kind of how I check if it sounds all right against commercial stuff, because I'll flip from playing something on Spotify on my phone to one of my songs. If it doesn't sound that much different, then I is happy, good to go. My ruling with the kick drum is, if it can make the rear view mirror vibrate without booming too much, then I've nailed the kick. That's my rule on the kick drum. Anyway, so I think it's really like the second half needs perhaps a little bit of work still. I might throw some random effects and stuff in as well. So I decided to keep this all on one note, whereas because the other one moves around quite a lot. So that's like the middle section. Then this last section is almost to repeat the first section. Yes, that's my one producer tip for you today. Make your rear view mirror vibrate without it booming your speakers too much. You got to be careful though. I've had a few near misses driving, kind of looking at the rear view mirror, thinking the kick drum's okay, and then not looking at the car that stopped in front of you. So then we're going to go back to the 303 part. I'm kind of getting to the point a bit quicker than the first bit. Put these random effects things in. I don't know if I'm going to keep these or not, but we'll see. No, that's sort of light now. I did add the arms. take up a level. Oh, Inky likes the strings. Thank you. You can't beat some strings. So yeah, the first one, this pad was. I recorded this, played this off the System 8. Nice combo of electronic and acoustic. Thanks, Bastion. I kind of messed about with the LFO on that, and then put these other strings with it here. I could just do a version like this. Yeah, that's rather nice. Oh, I may just have to do one of these versions. Because if I do say myself, I'm bloody brilliant. I mean, that's quite special, that. Just big myself up there. I very often do, when I release stuff, I often do what I call a no beats version, where I do it without the drums in it. But that works really nice. Yeah, it's crying out to be a film soundtrack, you know. Anyway, enough of me blowing my own trumpet. Right, so I think on this one... right, I need to remember, because what I'm going to do is... let me find the MIDI from that. And yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions for this song title for this, because I have no idea at the moment. My song titles generally just tend to be random words I see somewhere. So yeah, put your suggestions in the comments box or the chat. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that bug me about Ableton Live. Actually, not so much Ableton Live, it's probably more my computer, to be honest. Right, it'll probably crash now. But I think that string arrangement deserves that. So I think that's rather good. Anyway, right. So what I'm going to do is... Hi, Rustic / Paul. All right, dude. Nice to see you back. Yeah, I'm just asking for song title suggestions for this. So I'm nearly there with this track. So I might start something else as well today. But I'm going to pack up about 7:30 because I'm going to watch the football. Hi, Armin. Thanks for joining. Who have we got? Is everybody on YouTube? Oh no, we've got someone off Twitch and the rest on YouTube. Hello. So if you're new to watching me on Twitch, then give me a follow. Right, is that going to work? No, basically I can't handle the... this plugin is great, but it don't break my CPU when I'm streaming at the same time. But that's fine, because I'm going to just put another pad sound in there. And what I generally like to do is to lift everything up at the end, is just layer up another pad and just sort of whack it up an octave. Or something like that. Let's go with a good old favourite one that I use on everything. I mean, I could play something. Oh, no worries, Inky. I mean, thanks for joining anyway. I like Community actually as a song title. I like it with a K. I prefer Community to Commune. Commune sounds a bit Soul Surfer. That's nice as well. Okay, we'll have to have votes for this. Well, I can keep one of them for. I mean, the next track can be called Community or whatever. But thanks for your suggestions. Right, soft pads. Let's just go with the first one and see what happens. Oh, it's fairly epic. Look at that for laziness. First preset. Then I'm like, sod it, that'll do. Right, so what I want to do is... to make it mahoosive. Epic Community, nice. That's big. Damn, I'm good. Sorry. Oh, where's that coming from? Okay, that's playing by itself for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Right, let's see what that sounds like when that builds up into there then. What is that? What's happening? What? Okay, that's weird. Why the hell is it playing by itself? Oh, I know why. Yeah, the amount of times I flipping do this is because it's got all the MIDI coming in here. That's why. I should sort it. There we go. Right, let's see if that's got adequate levels of epicness. That's rather nice. A lot of sounds at once, isn't it? BPM is 125. Yeah, I always get carried away and layer up a lot of sounds in one go, but I kind of think it works. So I'm kind of like 95% there with that now. I think I might add some random little effects things in. So I'm going to listen to it all the way through. Hi Matthew, no, thanks for joining us, dude. Yeah, I started early today because football's on, so I'm just going to go through till about 7:30 today. So if you want to watch back the first bit, you'll see what the epicness that you've missed. Right. So let's give this a play through, and then I'm just going to probably jam out some ideas for what will be track number 2, hopefully. So let's have a listen. I do need to, I can't decide whether I'm going to re-record 303 or not, or I kind of like just the rough first recording I got. We'll see. Alright, cool, let's do it, yeah? All in favour of some vocals? If you want me to send you a rough mix, I can do that for you. It may help you get easier with the vocal parts. Okay, thanks for your suggestions. Yeah, we'll have a look at those. Yeah, I'm excited for some vocals on that. So I'm going to probably leave that, and what I like to do is just kind of let it rest for a day or a week, and then listen again, and then I'll do any final tweaks, obviously, for potentially some vocals coming on that. That would be cool. Yes, so Rustic, if you resonatoruk at gmail, no, hold on, resonatoruk at gmail.com. If you just email me, so I've got your email address. Thank you for the ending. I can send you a rough mix and see what's there. Okay. No worries, Matthew. Yeah, what I tend to like to try and do, because I find when I'm looking at it at the screen, you don't listen to it as much. So I like to just put it on headphones, usually kind of lie in bed and listen to it and play it in the car. And then I hear things that I think, need to go in or change, whatever. So that one's turned out pretty good, actually. Track 1 on the album. Only 9 more to go if we're doing a 10-track album. But yeah, that one came about from just the thing I did on the Deluge for the challenge for 10-minute thing. 12-minute thing. So quite happy with that. Give myself a round of applause. There we go. Thank you. Right. So I'm just going to do another 15-20 minutes. I've kind of messing about with the 303 earlier, and I'm thinking this album's going to be kind of... Well, I mean, a lot of my stuff is 303 heavy, but I kind of fancy doing something like a proper old school acidy 303 hard floor kind of thing. And I got this pattern going earlier, so I'm not sure if I like it or not. This kind of thing. Can't remember which pattern I had it on now. Indeed, Acid. Hold on, got a few comments coming in. 303 clone, is it? This is just the Roland, the TB03, the one they had out a few years ago. Unfortunately, not an original. I used to have an original. I'm sure everybody knows this story by now, but I had an original 303 in the 80s. And then before the Acid thing happened, decided it was crap for my purposes and sold it for £150. What an idiot. I think which BPM, we're at 125 at the moment. No, which one? I think it was this one, but I think I did it with a bit of shuffle. It got a nice bounce to it with a bit of swing. Thanks, Inky. Yeah, I shall enjoy the footy. Well, possibly not. We'll see. So yeah, this kind of thing I'm thinking. But then I had some other... Hang on, I just realised you can't see what I'm doing. It's gone on. Unfortunately, my my overhead camera has packed up for some reason today. Bring in the hi-hats. I will be bringing in some hi-hats, don't you worry. I can't remember what was I doing on this earlier. Yeah, I got this nice little sound going on the modular. Trouble is, I've got to set the shuffle on everything separately, which is always a bit of a pain. So that's the modular. Being sequenced from the deluge. I'm kind of thinking something like that, those two go together. It's got a nice kind of bounce to it. I can't remember what this part is. Shocking is what that part is. What's this one? Oh no, that was nothing. And then, yeah, I was going to bring in the other 303 over here. Somewhat like that. So that was my idea probably for the second track. And I'll probably just... supposed to be an open act thing, which I probably won't even use this for the drums, but I'm going to go for an 808 hi-hat. There we go. hang on. What's with you saying? First pad you had, adding only 2 notes on the first bar. Make it a what? Adding only 2 notes on the first bar. Make it a 4-bar loop. No, David. Unfortunately, the gig on the 25th, which would have been this week, because it's a good job it's not on, because I practiced it all. No, it got cancelled, unfortunately, because of the COVID thing. Sorry, Dave. Realised it's you now looking at your picture. You've changed your name to David Deluge. I like it. Very nice. No, there is potentially, it might be on August the 5th, but I'm not sure if I can make it on August the 5th. Unfortunately. Rustic, I live in Nottingham, or on the outskirts of Nottingham, kind of Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire border, round there. I have got a gig in Lincoln in October, which hopefully we should be alright. Hopefully COVID will be done by then. So if anybody wants to go to Lincoln, it's some gaming bar or whatever that I'm doing a gig with Filter Sequence, who is always on here. But yeah, apparently I'm going to be doing like an hour and a half set. So yeah, need some serious practicing for that. Yeah, it's good to have your picture was there, Dave, otherwise I wouldn't have recognised you. Right, what we got? Which pattern am I on? I just realised I'm writing over stuff I shouldn't write over. I've forgotten how to use this bloody thing. Oh. You're in Florida. Oh, very nice, Rustic. And your dad's in Bath. Yeah? Okay, well, if you ever want me to come do a gig in Florida, I'll be more than up for it. I'll come and stay with you. Right, I've just stuffed this up, haven't I? Bloody hell. Right, hang on. Oh, Christ. Synth kick one. Quite like that kick for now. So let's redo that pattern. In fact, what kit is that? 8081. Okay. Hold on. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, I know. Hopefully you can hear me now. I went off on one then. Yeah, I muted the thing and I forgot that's muted the microphone. So hopefully I'm back. You can hear the microphone now. So you've not missed anything. It's just me talking nonsense. I think the only thing I'd said was who was it? Grime. Yes, if you want to send me a track for Res Reacts, email address is resonatoruk, so it's double Z, you can know how to spell it, it's up there on the screen. So resonatoruk@gmail.com. There's, if you go on any of my YouTube videos, there's a link in there to the email anyway. Send it over on that and I'll get it into some episode of Res Reacts. God, I'm terrible. I've not done one for ages. Got to do one. Yeah, Cornwall's a long way from the Midlands. Nice place in the world though. I'd rather live in Cornwall than the Midlands. But anyway, right, I was going to have a quick play with this for a couple of minutes and then I am going to drink beer and watch football. Like a real bloke. Okay, Rustic, I shall track you down on Twitter. If I've not sent it you in a day or two, because I'll have to export it and I'll probably forget as well, just give me a reminder and I will send it, because I'm rubbish at remembering stuff. Okay, so that is potentially going to be track number 2. We'll see. I'll record some stuff and then mess about with some nonsense on that. Right, I'm going to go because the football's on in half an hour. So thanks for watching, and again, thanks for your input. It's quite nice to see kind of gradually getting more and more viewers each time on my streams. I will be back Friday afternoon, around about sort of 3:30, somewhere around there, and then back again Tuesday next week. So thanks for watching. I hope the football's not too disappointing for everybody. Yeah, see you, Yankee. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching again.